here this morning. My name is Nora Gherbi, and I am the founder of Who Cares Chronicles, and I'm also the founder and curator of the Environmental Intelligence Principles. Before I introduce myself further and the people that will be joining me on this stage today, I would like to start this panel with a couple of questions. What if we've been looking for solutions for the climate and social crisis, because for me they're intertwined. What if we've been looking for solutions for the climate and social crisis in all the wrong places? What if the answers we seek lie in ancient technologies and dogmas perfected by indigenous people for millennia? And what if, take it a step further, what if we took a giant leap into combining it with modern science? That is what my generation of indigenous people are proving, that the knowledge of our ancestors has been overlooked. This diversity of thought is gaining momentum, quite a momentum actually. As a matter of fact, it was the very topic discussed at the Pontifical Academy of Science of the Vatican just a few days ago. I am of Amazigh descent, and even though I was raised in France and Canada, I was always taught to have so much pride in my indigenous roots. This led me to study indigenous cultures from around the world and to complete my research with First Nations in Canada. What I have learned during these years served as the building block to my understanding of innovations, adaptability, and understanding climate change. Although I have been speaking of environmental intelligence for many years, yes, EI, everybody's talking about AI. I've been talking about EI. Although I've been speaking about it for many years, I'm glad to see that it at last gaining the attention it deserves. To ensure a swift integration of these principles, this panel is followed by a deep dive. I'd like to mention that, it's very important. It is the same model I brought to COP28 last year, and as a long-standing partner of Change Now Summit, 7 years, 7th edition, I am thrilled to bring it to our audience today. So I'm really, really thankful that you're here. The EI principles are made of a strong global community, and its methodology merges ancestral knowledge to the wider world of science, academia, and technology. This work that I've been doing started 30 years ago, and establishing and creating the environmental intelligence started with the first successful activation in 2006, so almost 20 years ago. And just to give you quickly what it was a project in New Caledonia with the Kanak people. I'm happy to be here today with some members of this community, groups, and organization, and I see some in the audience as well, that have committed to using these principles to protect and restore key aspects of our so important and dear to everyone, our natural world. Some could not be here today, and before I introduce you to my wonderful co-panelists, I would like to mention the wonderful actors of this global ecosystem. From the data collected by adventure scientists, to the radical listening method applied by Health in Harmony, or to the advocacy to preserve forest made by Tenure Facility, to the incredible work of Sean Sherman, the Sioux chef, who has been doing a great work at healing food systems, to the work of the Giglioli brothers with their biomimetic farm, Quinto Sapore, in Italy. The world has plenty of EI examples to learn from. EI is the key to regenerating our planet's health because it is highly diversified, it is decentralized, and it is collaborative, very collaborative. Just like the Earth systems, actually, it uses the same principles. Each indigenous community is a living library of profound ecological insights, passed on orally over hundreds of generations. Diversity of thoughts and approaches is crucial to solving the global climate crisis, and it's with the same diversity of speakers from diverse industries that I will explore this today through, I hope, a giant leap into EI.